There's one thing that will completely ruin your resume and your ability to land your dream job. And there's actually a very simple fix to help you go from having a resume that gets you immediately rejected to one that increases your chances of getting interviewed and the title of the Purple Unicorn. So in this video, I'll show you what the problem is and how you can fix it so that you can get that much closer to getting a job that you love. Now, in order to get there, first, you need to understand the problem that you might not even know that you have. Many people think that their resume needs to include a list of keywords that are pulled from a job description and then fill the rest with buzzwords like, I'm a self-starting, highly motivated perfectionist who loves working in a fast-paced environment. Who talks like that? But people's biggest problem that they have with their resume is that their resume is focused on the wrong things. Instead, they need to think more like a salesperson. A good salesperson knows that selling is about the customer and framing the benefit of the product they're selling to the customer's needs. And that's what's going to land them the sale. Here's how you determine what those needs are. When writing a resume, your customer is the company, and they communicate their needs via the job description for the job. Here's an insider tip you might not hear from anyone else. If the company is public, go to their investor relations site and read their latest news, press release, and earnings report. When writing a resume, you should be focused on the results you've accomplished and communicate your knowledge and experience by using a simple formula. Now, before I show you the formula, here's a concept you have to understand before writing your resume. This is a segment that I like to call Hot Takes. Who doesn't love a hot take? The majority of resumes I see are people who write their resume and they come at it from the perspective that they have to promote themselves by talking about how amazing they are instead of looking at it from the perspective of a future employer. Think about it this way. If you needed to hire a personal assistant, would you rather hire someone who kept talking about their ex-boss, or would you want to hear more about how they made their boss's life easier? Kind of a no-brainer, right? When it comes to resumes, here are two things every good resume has: clearly defined and clearly communicated KPIs. So what are KPIs? KPI stands for Key Performance Indicators, which are a quantifiable measurement of performance over time for a specific objective. Including KPIs on your resume to show potential employers your past performance and your ability to achieve results is an essential part of getting hired. Now, here comes the good stuff. Get ready, because this next list is one that you are going to want to screenshot and write down, because the following list are KPIs that you can use for your resume. Some common types of KPIs that may be included on a resume include financial metrics, such as revenue, profit, and return on investment, also known as ROI. Sales and marketing metrics, such as customer acquisition cost, conversion rate, and customer lifetime value. Operations metrics, such as productivity, efficiency, and supply chain performance. Customer satisfaction metrics, such as Net Promoter Score, also known as NPS, and customer retention rate. Employee engagement and retention metrics, such as turnover rate and employee satisfaction. Website and digital metrics, such as website traffic, bounce rate, and lead generation. And lastly, social media metrics, such as likes, shares, and followers. KPIs that you include on your resume should be relevant to the job you're applying for and demonstrate how you have made a positive impact in your previous roles. Remember, businesses are in the business of making money, and they want to be sure that whomever they hire also understands this as well, because they're always looking for new ways of making streams of income by increasing productivity or sales. So if you've got those numbers, flaunt them. Now, how do you flaunt them? An easy way of doing that comes from our friends over at Google. The Google XYZ formula is a method for structuring your resume to clearly and effectively communicate your value to potential employers. It helps to make your KPIs stand out and makes it easy for the hiring manager to understand the impact you've made in your previous roles. The formula is as follows: X equals accomplishment, Y equals metric, and Z equals result. Here's how you use the formula to write a KPI on your resume. You need to identify an accomplishment that is relevant to the job you're applying for. That could be a specific project or task that you completed or a problem that you solved. Next, identify by a metric that quantifies the accomplishment. This could be a number, percentage, or ratio that demonstrates the impact or result of your accomplishment. Finally, state the result or outcome of your accomplishment in terms of how it benefited the company or organization. So, for example, if you led a project that resulted in a 30% increase in sales, you could write X, led a project to improve sales. Y, 30% increase. Z, resulted in 30% increase in sales for the company. Now, here's how you can put it all together in a sentence. Led a project to improve sales, resulting in a 30% increase for the company. The key to communicating your value to a business on your resume is being able to communicate how you're able to increase productivity, decrease costs, or optimize performance in order to maximize profitability. So now that you have an understanding of the value framework of a resume, you are ready to tackle writing a resume. So stay tuned because you'll want to check out my next video where I give you more tips and a secret weapon that no one is talking about.